Hi, it's Jenny Jables here, and we got a cat on my lap. Yep, and she's doing good. A good baby, right? Um, yeah, she's gonna help like a good girl, and she's purring. Um, so today I'm gonna talk about 5 books I don't want to DNF. We're gonna start out with cozy and nice, and then we'll end with more angry and ranting. That's what we'll go from. So the first book I don't want to DNF is this one, Complete Fairy Tales of the Brothers Grimm, translated and edited by Jack Zipes. And I'm not going to DNF this book, but I'm just struggling with it. And I was just wondering if anybody else has tried to read this and found it, I don't know. So like some of the I love fairy tales and folklore and mythology. So it's very hit or miss with this. Some of the stories are really great, and then some are not so much, and some are really short and like only like a page long. Um, but it's some are so strange and just they feel like experimental. It's just very odd when you're reading it. And, I understand that they were originally meant to be told orally. So it's like a different experience when you're reading it on the page. And yeah, so I'm just struggling to get through it. But I think I am going to get through it eventually. It's just that I tend to I don't know, I read like one story and then I'm like just put it down and I forget to keep going with it. But I do want to get through this. So this is like a very soft struggling with thing. I think it's very yeah. And then next book I'm going to talk about is a biography, Fairfield Porter, A Life in Art by Justin Spring. And so this book is very dry, um, but that's not really the reason why I'm struggling to finish it. So there's a backstory behind this. So um, my uncle was a painter, and he gave this book to me the year before he died as a Christmas present. And um, he died in 2019, right before the pandemic. He got a brain tumor, and that's what he died from. And my uncle was the sweetest, kindest man. He also struggled with schizophrenia, and he was just a really kind and sensitive human being. He was a painter, and he was very unknown. And yeah, so I think this artist, Fairfield Porter, I think he was a painter and also a poet. And I think he was important to my uncle. And I wanna finish the books. Um, I want to understand, but I also don't want to finish the book because I think there's some kind of grief there that I don't want to I don't want to resolve the grief. So I'm just like putting it off. Like if I finish the book, then where do I go from there? Um, oh, let me show you. This is one of my uncles. He gave this to me as a Christmas gift. Um, this is a pastel drawing he did. He was a really, really great artist, and he was always encouraging me with my art. And yeah, I miss him a lot. So I was wondering if anybody else ever struggled with um, not being able to finish a book even though you really want to because there's some kind of grief or trauma attached to it, or if I'm just weird. And then, so now we're going to get into angry ranting stuff. Okay, so this is Sabina Spielrein, The Woman and the Myth by Angela M. Sells. And oh boy, yeah, so I was a big fan of Carl Jung, and you're not supposed to say Jung, it's Jung, Carl Jung. When I realized that I needed to switch from studying art to psychology so I could get a job, I read Memories, Dreams, and Reflections by Carl Jung. And Jung, I'm going to keep saying Jung because I used to saying Jung and not Jung. Carl Jung, and that really inspired me to go to grad school and become a therapist. But it's so right. So this book paints, well, it reveals what a monster Carl Jung was. He was really, really a monster, and it's so horrible what the historians have done to Sabina Spielrein. Like so many of them just jumped on the bandwagon to just paint her as like this self-destructive, to destroy her validity, her intelligence, her genius, like just paint it all as like the ravings of a crazy young woman. It's so horrible what they've done. And basically in this book, she just keeps bringing up proof after proof, example after example. Look how this historian writes her. Look how this historian writes her. And it's just evidence after evidence after evidence of like mostly men, but also women, just jumping on the misogyny bandwagon, just jumping on that bandwagon, and let's just destroy Sabina. It's horrible. And then you find out how like horrible Jung was to Sabina, and he didn't help her. He despite his horribleness to her, she was resilient and came out of that okay. Then you find out that Jung did this with multiple women. Just about every single young female patient, there was always an age gap too. It had to be like, at least 10 years younger than him. He was sleeping with just about everyone, all of them. He was a prolific womanizer. And when you read her side of what was going on, oh yeah, it's not sexy. It's not yeah, so that movie that was made over 10 years ago, I don't even want to say its name because I'm so horrified now. I'm ashamed to say that when that movie came out, I thought it was cool. And now looking back on it, it's like the disgusting fantasies of some creepy old guy. And there's no BDSM. I don't know why that was thrown in the film. Yeah, no, that's not what went down. When you read Sabina's point of view, what was going on, it's like it's not sexy. It is very, very disturbing. Jung is really creepy, and yeah, it's not sexy. Yeah, you're totally disgusted by him. And then the whole stealing her ideas and painting them as his own, which, yeah. So now what am I supposed to do with this? So this is this is going into the more hard DNF. I don't want to finish this. Basically, Jung at the end of his life, realizing that a lot of people who used to respect him and he used to respect hate him because of them realizing what a womanizer he was for like his whole life, and gets really depressed and goes off on these like, wrote this book where he's the rambling mess of depression. That's my take on it. It's like, yeah, dude, you did it to yourself. Did it to yourself. And then, what am I supposed to do with this one? Yeah, I don't want to read this one now. And oh yeah, I was gonna put on it ideas stolen from Sabina, because that's yeah. does that fix it if we put her name on it? Does it fix things? I don't think so. So I want justice for Sabina. But yeah, I want to finish this, except I get so angry, like my blood pressure goes up, and I start fuming, which is so much rage when I read this. I can't, I have to like, yeah, so I got, the last time I was reading it a few months ago, I had to just stop and be like, I need to read some calming stuff. I have to calm down. I'm getting so worked up. I'm so angry. But yeah, I do want to finish it, but I gotta vent. It's infuriating. It's infuriating, like what, not only what Jung did to her, but all the people in like the Jung circle, like his followers, the historians, like just on and on through history. And then I'm also kind of scared to like even put his name in this video, because apparently online, if you start bashing Jung in like reviews or books or whatever and bring up Sabina, there can be Jungian men who like go crazy and try to tell you you're stupid and to shut up and don't diss their bro. But I don't know. So I don't want any of that nonsense in the comments, please. You're just gonna get blocked. If anyone even finds this video. But yeah, the point is, we gotta get justice for Sabina, and yeah, and like don't make movies where you make up some weird sex stuff that never happened in reality, and then paint it like that's like therapeutic, because that's not it's not therapeutic. Nope, not at all. Anyway, so yeah, we end on the angry note, but we've got a kitty cat here, and I hope you have a good day, and like, subscribe, comment, but don't comment if you're a Jungian, because I don't want to hear it. Okay, bye.